You ready? Here we go. Right at the highs of the day, Yext. New highs breaking out right now. Sure. It's exactly what happened last 3, 15, 1,200 times. Bring it. And it doesn't even matter what they do in the pre-market in the market right now. Again, it really doesn't even matter what happens tomorrow because most of these moves have been phenomenal. I don't know if you guys did the urban trade or the WTW when I was on the air, but those two worked out. So again, really, the day trading profits are paying for all the other losers. But at the end of the day, if you would just stop doing those losing trades, you'd never be a loser with these day trades. So urban was a great short, and it actually became a bounce off the whole number back to the multi-day VWAP, which, again, I don't trade too much in the afternoon, hardly ever, because, again, it's a losing game. I only do things that win. But if you guys want to hang out for the next, I don't know how long it's going to take for them to release their earnings, I'll just assume no matter what happens, when it comes down to the ability to get out of the stock and the options, there'll be no bid. So it should be fun. But if you notice, Funko gave you that one. It's going to zero, okay? Zero. I mean, their dolls cause cancer. Their small children being ground up to make the dolls, all that shit. So again, owning stocks, waste of time, waste of money, and all it does is take your attention away from what works. And what works? 197 trades in a row for profitability on reversals during the day since May. That's what works. Owning Funko doesn't work. You know, PCG, fantastic. We got out near the highs, whatever. We'll see. We'll see. So let's see. If you're in a gambling mood, you got the stock over 20. The $20 puts are $1. That's a little bit too much, but you can buy a $20 put and sell a $17.50. Chances are you'll be disappointed that you sold the $17.50 because the stock's probably going back to $12 tonight. But and again, I'm rooting for it to go up. Don't let me distract you from the fact that I own the stock and I own options on it. So I really would love to see it go to $35. But considering my history, considering what's happened, and considering this market, I can't imagine it going up. I cannot imagine it going up. You got Sale sold off on earnings. You had, I'm trying to find companies that are similar to Yext, the enterprise software, if you will. Box sold off. Yeah, that's pretty much right there. Box, you know, Workday sold off. I don't know if it's similar, but and then take a look at Clovis. I mentioned that I own that stock. Stock's getting hammered again. There's no denying the fact that what I'm saying is don't own stocks. And if you do own a stock for more than 3 days, it's all guessing. There's no skill involved after 3 days. 3 days, usually you'll stay in a pattern. 1 day, you're in complete control. Once you hold it overnight, you're not in control anymore. So as soon as that bell rings, I got no say in what the hell's going to happen with Yext. And I don't like that. I want to be in control. Because in the aftermarket, you think you're going to get a good print in the aftermarket? Either there's no bids or there's no offers. And if you do a trade in the aftermarket, generally you could be right about your trade and still be wrong because you can't get out because there's no liquidity. So it's a lose-lose-lose-lose situation. Why buy stocks and trade options into earnings reports where all the money's made the next day anyway? Like BZUN, right? I didn't even know they reported. But once I saw they reported, I became intrigued by the action. You got a reversal to the upside, a reversal to the downside, and it was pretty good each time. And then if you were sitting here with us live earlier, Urban was rolling over, URBN, that was our short that we had on, and we had a long trade on. So Urban was short from 30, whatever, 80, and then it went negative 30, 35. We were looking for it to get to 30. You almost got there. I don't want you to miss out on all the distress and emotional turmoil that I'm about to go through. By the way, Jimmy, if you're still watching these videos, why don't you short Funko? Because you want to watch me go down with the ship? You want to watch me take a position that I know I should be selling and just lose another 8 or 9 points on it? It'll be this one. I'm not selling. Not selling. So, Jimmy, you want to make some money? Short Funko. Anytime that stock has an up day, short it. Wow, that is bright. You know, this hat's worth like $50 now. I used to work for a hat guy. The original sports specialties from the 80s and 90s, when this was the original LA Rams hat, when starter jackets were cool. TikTok. You notice how they brought Yext to the highest point it's been in 6 months, just before they released their earnings? Oh yeah, none of this is looking good. So we are now at November, December, January, February. Let's call it 4-month highs on Yext. Mind you, it's been a great buy. I mean, if your dollar cost averaged, okay, not bad at all. But if you think that this move is going to go any higher, I would say the stock is going back to $16.82 tomorrow. No, sorry, tonight. And then when it breaks $16.82, Jimmy, it's going right back to 15 and then $12.50 and then 0. Because that's the kind of stocks that I own. Because once I cross over from what works to what doesn't work, the stuff that doesn't work is usually 10 times as bad for me than anybody else. Because I get stocks that they don't just pull back. Now, they don't just pull back. No, they die. Now, they never come back. Like HTGM. That's another winner, right? What is it, a year now? Got over $5. Haven't seen 5 in what, 6 months? It's never coming back. And the best part, and again, I wanna. Oh, there's an echo. Oh, you got an echo in both places. Yeah, I know. I think the most exciting thing, and again, that's why I invite people into the room, is that you could partake in the destruction of my life in some of these trades. Meaning you could exploit me. Remember, the original concept was to trade against me. When I own a stock, that's it. It's like you're licensed to beat the shit out of me. Really. You can't out-trade me on a daily basis because I'll kick your ass. But once I start owning stocks, come on. Come on. It's like, what? I can't even count the money at this point. I mean, we know the big ones, Yext and Alibaba and Amron. Can't even compute how, and US Steel, I've left it alone now for quite a while. But finally made some money once or twice the last month or so on it. But anytime I've owned US Steel, I've lost money. I think I've got to be, talking about 20 grand there, at least. And by the way, day number 5 on this VFF, never know if it's coming out of the hole. It's always lovely. But what I want to show you tonight is that whatever Yext does, we'll be able to trade it tomorrow, probably. And again, it's not the best day trading stock. It's very illiquid and awful, to be honest. It's not a good trading stock. That's why we don't day trade it. But you give me a BZUN and an Urban today and a little WTW. And what else was good? Well, CBay was a loser. And, you know, the crazy thing is the most of my day was on Neo Long. And that's trading. Held at 808. We bought it at 833, sold it at 850. Then it went to 860 and changed. And it pulled, no, sorry, the first time. Then it pulled back to that 833 again. We bought it again at 840. And that time we sold it at 860. And then one more time, when it held the 808, that one really wasn't significant, but we bought it at 811 and sold it at 817. But if you got 3,000 shares and you make a stupid nickel on it, it's $150. Better than what Yext is about to do. Better than that Funko. Better than buying Alibaba there at $210. By the way, do you guys realize that this idiot you're looking at right now, I'm the high print of a stock for its life. Still, I'm the guy. I'm the guy. If you guys want to see it, it's hilarious. If you go back 211.70, I believe, I thought it was even worse. But 211.70. No, I think, let me go back. Let me go back and check that one more time. Hold on a second. Sometime in June, where my whole freaking year went to shit. Yeah, you know what? I'm not the top tick, but 211.50. I was 20 cents off the all-time highs on Alibaba buying it that day, thinking 212.50, 225, 250 by July. I had no doubt I was about to make 50 points on that trade. You know how that went. But every day, and by the way, that A&F short was pretty sweet also. Somebody mentioned A&F as a short blow off top. Finally, you made some money on that. So guys, if you want to see what trading is all about, look at A&F. You sit here, you wait, you wait, you wait. You never buy stocks that are gapped up. I don't care how far they're going or how far you think they're going to go. You just don't do it. You wait, you wait, you wait. Give me a reason to short it. Blow off top 26.59. I waited till 26.38 to short it, and because that was one of the peaks from the high, the high from around 12 o'clock. So when it rolled through there, it was kind of like a range break, and you see a lot of people were joining me on that trade. And then where does it go? It goes back to the 1 minute VWAP. How you doing? So if you just trade around VWAP, and that's all you do, it's fantastic. Hi guys, I'm talking to the fellas over there on YouTube as well. YouTubers, how are you? We all want to, if I could send smoke signals, if I could call my relatives right now, I want them to all witness what Yext is about to do. Because there's no doubt where this thing's going. Come on, I got what? Now I sold the stock because I don't even own the stock anymore. So I sold the stock today at $20. I'm happy. You know what? It's better than selling it at 13. So I'm out of the stock. I got 30, 20, I got 10 $20 calls for May, and I got 20, 22.50 calls. You want to see me lose $5,000 or 4,500, whatever it's going to be? Here it comes. Here it comes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Now, the question is, how do you profit from my destruction? So, I mean, you could go out there and get yourself a March $20 put for $1 and sell the 17.50. Stock goes to 1,000 and I'm wrong about my inevitable destruction of this stock. You're out 75 cents. Stock plummets to 17.50. Your dollar option for your 20 is worth 250. You take in the quarter. You know what they say about gambling on options before earnings report. You're going to get it wrong anyway. But the thing is, one of us is going to get it right. Or then again, maybe none of us will get it right. So imagine, if you will, if you buy the puts and I got the calls, we could both lose because the stock will just do nothing. So it's kind of a lose situation. By the way, look at Yext. Look at it. Look at it right now. YEXT hitting new highs. Oh, they're suckering the last guy in. The last guy. Get that last guy in who thinks it's going to be something special. Get the last guy in. There he is. Yeah, go ahead, buy it. Yeah, why don't you bring it to 2050? Why don't you bring it to 2049? Get that last sucker in before the inevitable absolute ass raping of the stock. This is what holding stocks does to you. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at him bringing it new high. Oh, new highs into the close. I love when people think, oh, new highs into the close. Somebody knows something. Alert the press. You got to buy Yext. Oh, my God. They're running the stock into the close. They're running the stock into the close. Blue horseshoe. Blue horseshoe. Prank caller. Prank caller. I don't even know what I'm rooting for at this point. Obviously, I'm hoping the stock goes up. You get it? But I just want to be around people when it doesn't. All right, a minute 60. My luck, they'll delay the earnings report for some reason, right? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, they'll halt the stock and they'll delay the earnings. And then they'll just release the earnings. It'll open up at $3 and there's nothing anybody can do about it. That'd be great. But SurveyMonkey could go up 50% off the bottoms. I mean, not for nothing. This has been a sick move. I mean, look at this move on Yext. 3 downgrades and 25 insider sells. Stock got downgraded at $13. The guy put a $12.50 target on it. And since that day, it's up 80%. And that guy got paid for that recommendation too. That guy went to school for that. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it go. They can't get enough. Woo! 2049. Come on. Give me 2049. By the way, I'm long the stock right now. Come on. Sell it. Sell it. Okay. Now you can have it. Okay. Now you take it from me. Take it. Take it. Out. Just made some money. All right, here comes the inevitable destruction of the company. I should call the company. I should have bribed the company. Look, I'm thinking about hanging on to all my options into your report tonight. Give me $100,000 in unmarked bills, cash in an envelope or suitcase or a duffel bag, whatever you want, and I'll sell out of all of my stock. It's much worth it. It's worth it to them. I got freaking, 30 calls. They got their whole entire company in the hands of me. I control the fate of the entire company right fucking now. Look at the Lord shining upon me in all of my disgusting splendor. Look how it got to the... Guys, do you understand what this stock just did? It retraced to the high point of the candle, just like I said it would 7 or 8 days ago once it got over 1683. I mean, it was a pretty good trade. You got a 1685 entry and you got 2045 on the exit. You see how it matched that candle over there? It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal when it works out that well. It's impossible that it just did that, but it did. But now, will it all be for naught? This gorgeous, beautiful $13 to $20.75 run. Will it all be eradicated or corrected? By the way, I bought that double top break at 2033 just for a goof. Of course it worked because you're goofing around. Those trades always work. Goofing around, bullshit. Uh-oh. Here they come. Oh, wait a minute. It's not at zero yet. Give it a second. Jimmy, how you feel about it, Jimmy? Jimmy, are you still in this Yext, by the way? Jimmy, he's laughing. He sends me these hate emails. I guess we're dollar cost averaging in our Yext here at $14, asshole. I'm like, well, I guess you should if you believe in the company, Jimmy. And Jimmy, with your comment over there, you got a 50% move in the stock. You should listen to your own advice. Jimmy's still in the stock from last year, hoping and praying that these numbers are good. But if you know what, Jimmy, if you would have dollar cost average when you made fun of me, instead of making fun of me, why not dollar cost average at 14 when you emailed me and now you're up? Now you're definitely up on this trade, Jimmy. By the way, if I'm not completely eradicated and destroyed by this trade, we will join me Thursday night for the option schmooze, because the last 3 option schmoozes that we've had have prepared us for some of the best Fridays we've had in 20 years. We had 6 or 7 Fridays that have been completely awful, and the last 3 Fridays have been ridiculously awesome. So Thursday night, it's free, baby. Come hang out with me and my crew, see what I do. Nobody works as hard as I do. Saturday morning trade reviews, Thursday night schmooze session, preparing. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me just make the alert to my other 600 people. Yeah. The guys in the lower chat room, yeah, you might want to be buying Yext right now. See, that's what I do. I tell other people to buy it, and then I tell these other people to sell it. So then somebody's going to be a winner, and I look like a champ in somebody's eyes, right? Yeah, you want to be shorting the market. We're never going up again. You never want to short the market. We're never going down again. Oh, there's your Yext. There you go. No bid. There you go. There, yes, yeah. Come on. That's step number 1. Bids disappear. Open the spread up. And then next thing you'll know, the stock will be at $14. First step, manipulation. Second step, destruction. Oh, wait, the bid came back. Jimmy, there's hope. You know, there's so many WB stocks that I have no idea which one I own anymore. There's WBA, there's WUBA, there's WB. How many WB stocks can there be? There's WBA. What's WBA? Is that Walgreens? Holy shit, Jimmy! 20 and a half! Bid! Jimmy! Jimmy, maybe it's not going to go down. Maybe we've made the turn, Jimmy. Could this be it? I think it's a tease, man. Oh my God, 2060 bid. What the hell's going on here? They're bidding the stock up, Jimmy. I don't know what to make of it, Jimmy. Jimmy, I don't understand. Stock's down at least 30 or 40% by now. I don't get it. The numbers can't have come out, right? Is that what happened? This is just a tease. Look, 2066, 2070, 73 bid, Jimmy! If this stock goes to 2250, I'm gonna have to like send Jimmy a hat or something. 2078 bid. Honey, 2078 bid. We're going to Sizzler tonight. Look at this. We own a stock and it's not plummeting off the fucking earth. Stop the presses. Is everything all right? Yext will go to 22.50 and my wife will divorce me because it's not going to work out. Somehow it's not going to work out. You want to see my beautiful wife? Ma, you can't even see my face.
What's up?
And that's the last you'll see of her for the next 3 years. I keep her in the closet. $20.78 bid and building. If this goes 21 bid, I might like shit myself. You know what's even better? The fact that even if it does go up tonight, it's just going to be ripe for earnings reversal tomorrow. Because it really is. If it can't break this price, and this is a significant price right here, if it can't get through this, call it 21.13. 21.13. But if you get through 21.13, Jimmy, if we get through 21.13, Jimmy, we might be going to 22, like that 22.35, 22.50 area. Wow. Tick tock, Jimmy. By the way, did you guys notice how awful the market was after I got off the air today? I mean, Soligello does the greatest job. I mean, it's like I just created this guy from a mold now. I definitely am the warlock. I took a lump of clay, I shaped it, formed it into a 6'8", 220 large version of me who talks VWAP better than anybody. There's the bids leaving, Jimmy. Now what do we do? Uh-oh. Shit. Was that it? 21, brick wall? Jimmy, I'll take this right here. Because if it doesn't want to die, then we got to buy. So give me something other than a destruction. Maybe this thing has really just legitimately bottomed and I'm going to be in a winner for the next 6 months. I'm just kidding. I'm not really entertaining the thought that it's going to stay up here. Come on. I'm waiting for that Neo, waiting for that nice, Neo move where it hangs out there for a while and then just collapses. If you don't remember, Neo went up to 1050 yesterday before they collapsed that thing back down at 850. Oh, Jimmy, I'm scared, Jimmy. Nobody even cares about Yext. Oh, by the way, on another topic, if anybody's worried about the bull market coming to an end, somebody on CNBC this morning said the bull market is definitely over. So that's usually a good. Every time somebody says that, it's another 6 months of not going down. So that was the first one of the year, other than Goldman Sachs setting the pick for the most amazing start to any year in the history of my life. As Goldman Sachs told everybody, be prepared for more volatility, get out of the market, cash is king, it's only going to get worse from here. And we've gone up every freaking day for 9 straight weeks. So if Goldman Sachs can't be trusted, who can be trusted, right, Jimmy? There it goes, Jimmy. Fun time's over. Back under 20 bucks. Wah, wah. Notice how they brought it up to $21? It's all algorithms. I don't even know if the numbers came out yet. I don't see it. Now let's talk sensible for a moment, if we can. Not that we really can. But when a stock goes from $14 to 20 and change into a report, generally you should be looking for a sell-off. So it really wouldn't be too much of a surprise. It's just I'm hoping, for God's sakes, every time the numbers come out in the stock, it's been destroyed. It's not been a pullback. It's gone down 20 and then 50%. So give me a fighting chance here because I got till May. Just every time I'm in something, it just seems like it's the worst stock on the planet. I don't know. I don't see nothing. Who else reported tonight? Anybody significant that we should also be looking at? Wow. Boring. Yep. UVXY tipping us off again today, right? Anybody get back into that one on the second move? Jimmy, there's no bid there, buddy. Oh, wait. Somebody bought the offer, but the bids didn't come along for the ride. So what are you supposed to think there? I don't know. I'll put an offer out and see if they're serious about it. Now the numbers are out. Jimmy, looks like we're okay. Somebody just sold it to me. 21 bid, Jimmy. Wow. You know, it'd be funny if I just had a heart attack right now, right? Goes to like 30 bucks. Oh, no. Ain't getting rid of me that fast. You know what? If it stays here, Jimmy, between 20 and 20 bucks, or even 1975 and 21, let it chop around in here. Maybe we could actually form a new base and bust out. It is a growth company, Jimmy. I still think this company is getting bought out at $50 a share sometime in the future. Which future? I don't know. Whose future? I'm not sure. Which dimension? I'm not really clear about that. But I think this is a takeover candidate. On that note, I shorted it. I'm short again. Now I'm short. Yeah, I'm shorting it, Jimmy. I just got done. 21s. and 2050. I'm short, Jimmy. I'm not going to let my money go away without a fight. I'm going to bid it back in at 21 now, at 20. 19, that's me on the bid. No, I'm going to go bid 20. Done. Bye-bye, Jimmy. Wow. I got done at 2015. That can't be good. And it looks like whoever wanted to do whatever did whatever with it, and now it's just not doing anything. So I'll assume down. Plus, I just had a nice trade. I caught some at 21 and covered 2015. Yeah, nice spread. No volume. Hey, $20 bid. You know what? I'll take 20. If we could stay above 20 for a couple of days or a week or so and build on this, then we got something. Because if it doesn't want to die, probably a buy. What do you know about that? So what's up, y'all? So what's up? All right. Jimmy is the guy, you know, again, we have a couple of guys. Wow, this is some bright shit. Hold on, let me shut that off. You see, Jimmy's a typical loser trader, like me. I'm a loser. I'm a real loser because the reason I'm a loser is that I know what works. I do these trades every day. I explain these trades to other people, and 197 in a row since May. There ain't no denying that. Some of them I've only done, 300 shares on, Clovis the other day when it went green. I'm not destroying the world. The trades are phenomenal, and some guys are doing a lot better than I am. My problem last year was that I decided to try to short the diamonds a couple of times where it was not a good idea. Held on to Alibaba too long, held on to the Yext too long, and I held on to the Amarin, which almost was another disaster, but I learned from the Alibaba and the other thing. And then I made my money back on the Amarin by shorting it. But the bottom line is most typical traders don't make money because they do all the other stuff wrong. Okay? Yeah. I'm all over the place. But, oh, wait, you want to see something else? This is why I own Funko. I have about 100. Oh, you can't even see it. This glare is awful. It's the Prince Funko doll, man. Look at the articulation on these things. And then I got the Joe Namath Mego remake. How awesome is that? Anyway, what the hell was I saying? Oh, Jimmy! There it is! We're not going to let us out of this thing alive. So Jimmy was in our room debating whether or not he wanted to hang with us, right? And Jimmy witnessed us doing trades every day, right? But he didn't want to be a typical day trader. He wanted to be a swing trader. I was like, well, Jimmy, if you're going to be a swing trader, you should let those swing trades be born out of a good day trade. Meaning, when we were in Yext as a day trade that day at, $18.50, $19, and then breaking $22.50, whatever it was. Yext all started with a day trade when it broke $15, $17.50. And we did really well with Yext until we started buying more at $25. But that's where Jimmy got involved. Jimmy was like, oh, this thing's going to 30. Let me buy some here at 25. And it went to 27.50, and Jimmy and I were still friends. But then it rolled over and went back under 25. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to cut out of some of it here because I'm not going to turn my beautiful day trade, swing trade into a loss. So I sold some of the stock. And then I called Jimmy. I was like, listen, Jimmy, I don't know how I feel about this Yext anymore. If it breaks 22.50, it's probably going to go to 20. I'm selling the stock. And Jimmy said, no, stock's going to 30, you said. I'm like, yeah, but now I'm telling you I don't like it because the market's getting weaker and this stock's rolling over. And all the enterprise stocks, all the enterprise software stocks that were going up at the time are rolling over. So let's sell the stock and we'll buy it back cheaper. Jimmy said, no. You said it was going to 30. I said, yes, but if you listen to me on the way in, why are you being stubborn about it on the way out? And I pleaded with Jimmy. But then Jimmy started sending me nasty emails and putting awful comments on my YouTube videos, making fun of me. But Jimmy doesn't realize that swing trading is not what we do. We do earnings reversals that work 95 to 99% of the time. We do trades like Urban, rolling over through VWAP. We do trades like, A&F today, rolling over a little bit. WTW, breaking out a little bit. That's what we do. The trades that work 1,000% of the time was BZUN this morning as I was laying out the trade, 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. And that's why, guys, I want to invite everybody to the room right now. Okay? So let's go back to the Jimmy story. Jimmy complaining about Yext. We're going back to from prior to November. We're talking about, we're going back when Jimmy and I were friends all the way back when this thing broke. That's, you'll see the breakout price around 23 and change where we bought more. And Jimmy finally bought it when it broke 24.40. So Jimmy's price was 24.40. And Jimmy was loving it. Up to $27. And I was telling Jimmy, hey, look, we got a $24 stock up to $27.50. I think it's going to go to 30. Don't be afraid to take profits here. It's a $3 profit. Anyway, the point is when it started to roll over, I implored him to get out. And I got smoked because I had the February $30 calls that I bought at 80 cents, $1.20, $1.50, and I think I paid $2.20 for some of those, Jimmy. Guess what? That money's never coming back because those options expired last month. I'm done. It was nice to see the stock come back. I still had 400 shares of the stock. It was beautiful to see it go back to 20. I sold it here today at 20. But Jimmy's failing to realize that if you're going to take swing trades and you're going to invest, why not start with the trades that work the best, these intraday, 1 minute, multi-day VWAP reversals that I've been doing for 5 years now. Coming in overall in these last 5 years, I would say still coming in at around 80% success rate. And during earnings season, they work 100% of the time. I've never seen a trade that has worked 100% of the time until this trade. It never fails. And the only one that kind of failed today, but it really wasn't a complete failure, was CBAY. If you take a look what CBAY did, right? It tried to do what I like, but never really accomplished the goal. So we got through the 1 minute. We got the opening range, but then it hit the multi-day VWAP, and there was nobody left to buy it, and we wound up losing money. $13.21 was our entry. Sold it at 13 for a 21-cent loss. And that's it, Jimmy. But Jimmy doesn't know how to take a loss. So just because something looked good for 10 or 15 minutes, once it doesn't look good, you got to get out. It's just one trade, but Jimmy never understood that. And Jimmy wants to hold me accountable for the one bad trade. But if Jimmy hadn't fled and has been with us since January and actually was an active trader, and I'm not talking about 1 or 2 trades per week, come in. We have 3 or 4 winners every morning between 9:30 and 12 o'clock every day. And if that's all you do from now on, Jimmy, if you were to lose money, I'll give you my hat. I'm not going to guarantee you're going to make money on every trade because nobody does. Lost money on the A&F first, and I made money on the short. BZUN, absolutely rocked that trade. Rocked it. Rocked it. CBAY, loss. NEO, for all its awfulness in my other account, kicking my ass, I traded 10,000 shares in NEO today for profits every single time on the long side because I picked my spots. And then we had the WTW, which is pretty sweet. Got out near the highs. Not bad. But the bottom line is, if you have to decide what kind of trader you want to be. If you want to be a day trader, then be a day trader and live with the other type of frustration. Because let me tell you, most trades that I do turn out better. Like BZUN today. Let me just show you that trade. Happened to be up a little early today. I saw it breaking a VWAP in the pre-market. You know I love some VWAP action. You had a 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal in the pre-market. So I'm a buyer. And again, this is what I'm saying, how my trades are phenomenal. Why am I not a billionaire? You ain't getting rich on 100 shares of BZUN. You're not. You're buying 100 shares at $37.85 and you're buying another 100 at $38.50. And then you're selling it at $40.03 and $40.30. Guess what? You're not getting rich. But you know what that is? That's one more trade that allows me to do this and not get a real job. My goal in life is to never work for anybody else but myself. So if I could get 250, 300 a day, and I started the day with a $580 profit on BZUN. Close to it. No, I traded it one more time. So it was like 300, and then I made 280. And if that was the only trade, I like $580 for the day. And then I missed it on the way down because I was too busy trading the NEO at the time, because BZUN turned into a 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal to the upside and then turned into a 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal to the downside. Jimmy, one stock, and we're complaining about Yext. And that's what I don't understand, Jimmy. If you wouldn't have left, if you wouldn't have besmirched my name, you're still welcome. I never kick anybody out of the room unless you use a few key words that are very anti-Semitic. And again, even if you are telling anti-Semitic jokes, I don't mind if they're funny. But if you're coming at me with hate and true anti-Semitism, then I have to kick you out. Because I love a Jew joke. I'm a funny guy. I don't take money much serious. But if you come at me with anger and fury, I'm going to come at you twice as hard, and I'm going to kill your family. That's how I live. I'm the nicest guy until you cross me. And I can't fight. I'm a wimp. But I will car bomb your house, whatever the hell that meant. I will pipe bomb your car. I will seek revenge, bloody, awful revenge upon you. And I hold grudges. I still got a hit list from 1987. I owe some guys a visit. They think I forgot about them? You know who I'm talking about. Dave. So the reason I do what I do, and the reason I do it live every day, is I want you guys to see this. Let me know who else does this, that you could come in and hang out and say, wow, these 3 hours every morning are pretty awesome. He did do 3 trades. Wow, there are the 3 trades. Wow, amazing. I could have done those 3 trades. But that's not what I'm trying to lay down here. I'm trying to lay down the fact that if I teach you how to find your own BZUN and ANF and NEO and Yext and whatever the hell the stock is, I've done my job. And I'm here every morning. Because what I've come from is the idea that you want to take a $12,000 course. Why don't you pay $15,000 to the Day Trading Academy? 15 grand. They sit you in a classroom for 2 weeks. You feel like you're really accomplishing something by going to a class, and they give you a book. But remember, you're out 15 grand. And then when that course is over, then what happens? Good luck. I'm here every morning making sure you're laying down what I've been teaching. And I'm very curt. I'm very off-putting about it too. Because if you don't get into battle mode as a trader, you're going to lose money. You got to be coming in every morning pissed, angry. You come in every morning angry. If you start the day angry, then the frustration, it's like a shield. I come in ready to be frustrated. You think I was happy after BZUN? I'm selling it at $40 and it goes up 4 points after I get out on 300 shares. That's $1,200. But I'd still rather deal with that frustration, because I know it happens every day, than having to sit there in some bullshit fucking stock that I think I know about that gets manipulated, and I got to worry about drug trials and this thing and the other thing, and then an analyst upgrades and downgrades and manipulation. At least I could live for the day, conquer the day. And this guy's thinking the market's going to crash any day now. Good, because we'll be ready for it. UVXY is already tipping us off. The market has definitely hit the pivot point. We are in the same exact environment right now as we were in September. So I agree with you, but you don't want to do it. You don't want to start betting against the market until there's a true reason. If we gap down one day inexplicably, down 600 points, so be it. I'd rather just be prepared for the sell-off. So when the sell-off happens, all we got to do is hit a couple of buttons. Because right now, UVXY, and guys, if you're not reading my articles, I mean, I don't really predict stuff too often. So far, every prediction I've made, they implore me at Investopedia, at the end of my article, please give us just a couple of tidbits, something that you think might happen. So far, I had the Cron short right. I had the PCG long right. That was awesome. I had the INSG long right. And then this last article, I said, watch for UVXY for a 10% move, because this market is looking like it wants to pivot. So the next step will be the UVXY will have a big move up to confirm this weakness that we're starting to see. So now if UVXY doesn't start to die, this market's going to get a little bit more hammered. And if you're noticing, there's a lot of stocks are selling off on decent reports. Same thing we saw in September. And the real support for the diamonds right now, we're talking, let's go back. Man, we're actually kind of, I don't know. It's a tough call here, but you know, if we sell off, there's an easy 1,400 points to the downside. That's going to happen like that. Whether you want to think that as a crash or a pullback, but what's sick, this market's moved up so much that we need the correction that's been corrected to be corrected now. You know, you follow? We've gone way, way too much. And everybody got it wrong. Everybody got this move wrong. I didn't think we had to retest, but once we got to 24,750, I was like, all right, that's enough. Let's get a pullback. Let's go sideways for a while, and then maybe we go back up. But to blow right through that, to get to almost all-time highs, all in the first 7 weeks of the year, ludicrous. Nobody got this right. Not even the biggest bull in the world got it right. So that's why I think this last move up, this is where this correction is warranted. This correction, well, we're in it right now, but I mean, we're really in it. I mean, it really sort of happened already. So we've had 262 down to 257. That's a 500-point move. The real support for me, I'm looking at easy 400 more points to the downside. And if that doesn't hold, 247, And then you're looking right, the real support, you're talking about, I've been watching the Dow my whole life. I never watched the SPY. I don't know what it is. I should. I like the Qs. I like the diamonds. So I'm basically around. I'm around the. By the way, can you guys hear me still in the room? Talking some major shit right now. Solid Jello, everybody. Thanks, buddy. Hey, let's actually have a real conversation. All right, home piece. And if you guys are out there, you need to talk to me. Talk to me. All right, because I know some of you guys are thinking, "Oh, if he doesn't call me, I'm not gonna call him." I know who you are. That's a solid Jello issue. See, there's certain things he does well, certain things I do well. But solid, anything Thinkorswim, he's the man. I look at earnings. I look at earnings whisper just to give me a heads up because they break it up into market cap. But the funny thing about the SPY, yeah, I look at the diamonds, I look at the Qs mostly. But I'm really, really, I'm loving this Yext, by the way. We're finally getting a move, and it's not an up move, it's not a down move, it's a nothing move. But maybe that's telling us, hey, maybe the sellers are finally done with this thing. Now, let me tell you something right now about this Yext. This thing gaps up to 21.25. Let's say it gaps to 20.65 tomorrow. 21.25 is the high print. Let's say it gets to 21.25 and can't break and starts to roll over. It's probably going to be a candidate for a short. So I look at any stock, no matter what it is, and if I own it especially, I would love to short this thing. But you give me a reason to short. I'm not going to short it just because I think it's going to go down. All right, well, it's kind of uneventful, my man. Thanks, Jamie K. Hey, man, you coming to the Dead this year? We got a mad cookout planned. Got about 30 guys. It's gonna be sweet. Nitrous tent. You ever been to a nitrous tent? Just fill the tent with nitrous. You just walk in. Hang out in the tent for a little while. Hey, man, this is pretty hot here. Now, by the way, and if you guys are out there and you guys like smoking weed, let me introduce green crack to you. Fantastic. It's about time they just called it green crack because that's what it is. I think it's weed-flavored meth at this point that we're smoking out of those vaporizers. That's way, way too powerful. All right. Well, I'm going to go eat. And let's hope for Yext to hang out up here because I think it's probably going to be a short tomorrow. Just based on the chart. It hit resistance. The numbers were, I guess, good enough not to kill it. Good enough not to destroy the stock. Doesn't mean it's going to go up tomorrow. So let's hope that this thing hangs out right here at 20 bucks. That'd be nice. And then we got a bunch of earnings reports. So guys, if you go to the website tonight, right, the only thing that you got to do is you got to put in your phone number. You got to put in your phone number. It has to be a real number. I'm not going to call you in the middle of the night. Probably won't even get around to calling you for like 2 weeks. But I like to get to know everybody that comes into the official chat room. So password is, and it's going to change in another couple of weeks, it's all caps. There it is. There's the secret password. So you go to hitthebid.com, hit the login button. There's your password. So come join us. I'll probably be doing something tomorrow night. And hopefully we have another amazing Friday because these last 2 Fridays have been pretty sick. Workday, Funko last week, Splunk, awesome stuff. WTW 2 weeks ago. It's been phenomenal. and I'll show you how to trade some of these weekly option trades. I don't know anything about trader brokerage. No, I don't know. But if you need a place to trade, I have a guy to introduce you to if you really want to know. Send me an email, Don. I'll put you in touch with some other guys. All right. On that note, if you need to get in touch with me, I'm using the Warlock at hitthebid.com now. And inevitably, nobody should call me Kenny anymore. I'm ascending until I run for president, and then I'll have to use my real name, which is actually Steve Balaciano, if you could believe that. All of my personas have been fake. My real name is actually Steve, but that's another story for another day. The Warlock for now. All right, guys? Nice hanging out. I'll see you guys in the morning. Now nobody knows what I'm talking about. Wait a second. Steve. And there he is. That's a quick call. You have the password. Oh, I typed it into the other. I'm on YouTube. You have the password. You already remember. What are you talking about? All right. Yes. Speak to you later. Yes. Yes. No, totally. 855 I sold it at too. Yeah. Absolutely, man. I'll give you the times. Hold on a second. Hang on. It's Jimmy, everybody. He's on the phone. 932. I was selling it at 934.51, 935.02, 850, 856. I sold some at 959.05 at 855, and then I was done. Yeah, it was 833 break. We got the 850, and then it got over the 850. We were thinking 875 at the time, and then we wound up getting stopped out at the rest at 850 anyway. But yeah, there it was. And then we traded it later in the day at around 8:08 when it held to 8:08, back to about 8:17. So for me, I did 3 long trades in Neo today, even though it was just awful. All right. I'll see you soon. All right, buddy. All right. Bye-bye. It's my concerned citizens. He's like, wait a second. What are you talking about? How did I miss that trade? All right, y'all. So, yeah. Funko for everybody. So, yeah, come on in. Come on in. We'll hang out tomorrow. Maybe we'll find 3 or 4 trades. Thursday's been, spotty. Sometimes it's just a choppy day preparing for Friday. But usually if the Thursday is good, the Fridays suck. If the Thursdays suck, the Fridays have been good. So I don't even know what I'm rooting for. Right now, Jimmy, I'm hoping that Yext goes to $50 tomorrow for you, for me, for my kids, for everybody. I don't know. It's sitting here at $20. You know what? It's better than 12. So that's good. And yeah, that's about it. Tony Hope, what up? And soon, once I get everything organized again, I still want to. I got so many presents I want to give away. So if you guys got some young children, I truly am, serious about this. I've got all this stuff that I usually donate to charity, but I hold some back for fun and trivia games. So if you guys got some young kids and you want some games, I got a bunch of games. I got some clothing, a lot of cool stuff. But on that note, that's enough talking for me. Jimmy, if you're out there, I don't hold a grudge. People have said a lot worse things to me than you were. And I think you were kind of in a roundabout way you were playing with me, right? I don't want to think you're a bad guy like that other guy with the anti-Semitism. But Jimmy, if you're out there, again, you're welcome to come back and I could show you couple of different ideas each day. All right. Bless everybody. Good luck. Stay positive, and we'll see you tomorrow, because it's a battle every day in the war that never ends. All right. Have a nice night. Be careful. I'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping in.